Hey, FLX family, ready for another update from the FLX mothership. I'm Troy, and here to give you guys a bit of an update and answer any and all questions that I can. And of course, we'll always take notes and follow up with anything that we can't answer. And hopefully, we've got some folks who are going to join us and with some questions, and we'll get going. So. North America and Canada, not a whole lot to report. We've got a few baby makers left in the warehouse, but those are basically to satisfy some swaps and things like that. The next big news will be related to the Babymaker 2 and what's going on with those. But uh, we are still shipping touring packages. If you don't have your touring package yet, please contact us. We've shipped about 1,500 touring packages out in North America, but we're running down on those pretty quickly. So if you don't have your touring package, let us know. Same thing with chargers. We've shipped out just a ton of chargers. And if you did not get your charger and you ordered one, we've had some people actually saying, "Where's my touring package?" And they actually didn't order a touring package. The good news is, if you didn't order a touring package or a charger, we do have those for sale, so we can ship those out to you in North America pretty much immediately. But if you did order them and you didn't get it, please contact us and we will get that rolling. The I know everyone's going to have questions about batteries. The batteries are actually going to be on our containers C28 and C29. Those are due in actually at 220 to LA and Long Beach. So probably about 10 days to get those cleared through the harbor and off to FedEx. And then we're actually going to bring those in-house to San Diego, and we'll ship them out from here. But you're probably not much more than a little, maybe around 2 weeks from seeing batteries start shipping in North America. We also have other bikes coming. Not really a change from the last time I talked to you. C27, which is due in about mid-March, is step through twos, more blades, and F5 touring bikes. And C28 and C29, the containers are coming together. These are the ones that have the batteries in them. Brand new Gladiator 2s and a bunch of trails. So that's something to look forward to if you've been thinking about those. Definitely, those we're going to have those available, and those will be available for pretty much immediate delivery. Looks like early March. EU and UK. So the I'm going to jump to SP15. We were going to move those last week. We didn't. We had some additional bikes we could build, about 26 additional bikes. Some of you probably saw the address confirmations that didn't see them on the first round of SP15. We sent out some more and are getting address confirmations. The EU bikes will transfer on Friday to Cross Flights, and then we'll get those rolling out to you. The VAT letter will go out tomorrow for the EU. If you're in Switzerland or any of the non-EU countries, you'll be fine. We'll just ship those out, and the carrier collects VAT on those. UK, there's been a change. I think I talked about this last time. There's been a change with the way UK does import clearance. Previously, we could ship things in, and then we cleared the import. We did the import clearance once the product actually arrived. Now we have to do it in advance. A little bit of a change. I think this is kind of ongoing Brexit stuff. So we're working on that, but the goal is to still ship those out from our Spanish manufacturing partner on Friday. So those should be available next week. So the goal is to get you folks in the UK that have bikes on SP15, your VAT letters on either Thursday or Friday of this week. That is the current goal, and we hope to hold that up. We still have some bikes that we're fulfilling as VAT is paid. I did notice, and I just followed up with our transportation partner in the EU. There was a group of about 8 or 9 bikes that we sent them label on the 1st of February, and I noticed tracking was not coming back. I followed up with them. They had dropped the file. I resent that. So if you paid VAT in late January and are wondering where your bike is, we had a little snafu. The label file got dropped. We resent it yesterday, and those bikes should all be going out this week. So I know some people had reached out to our support team and were asking about those. So they're coming. Is just one of those things. But those bikes are on their way. But in reality, there's very few bikes left prior to SP15. Most folks have paid their VAT, and most of those bikes have been moved out. So some really good news is on touring kits and chargers. And we've been talking about our issues with getting a fulfillment partner set up. So FedEx is fully set up now in the UK. We just did a test with 5 touring packages that we sent to the warehouse for fulfillment today. So we'll see how that looks tomorrow. And if that's the case, we're going to be preparing a kind of a bulk file to get all of the touring packages and the chargers moving in the UK. So finally, after kind of a long delay, those are going to be moving. In the EU, we actually now have a fulfillment partner in the EU for touring packages and chargers. We signed that contract today, so that we have to transfer all the product to them. It's sitting in our manufacturing partner's warehouse, but as soon as we can, we're going to transfer that over to them. Same thing. We're going to prepare a file. They do bulk label preparation, and then those should be moving. So I'm hoping in the next week to 10 days, we should start seeing significant numbers of touring packages and chargers moving in the EU. Last update is the batteries. So those did not leave prior to Chinese New Year. Obviously, a lot going on in China, Olympics and the rest of it. But Chinese New Year always kind of throws a wrench in the works for getting stuff out. But those should be on the water soon. And I don't have the exact date on that, but they are all individually packaged. They're going to come with a charge connector. It's a little umbilical so that you can actually charge the battery without installing it into the bicycle, because it doesn't normally have the connector to hook it up to the charger unless it's installed in the bike. But we have a little charge umbilical that we include with that so you can charge that. So that is on its way also. Let's see, what else do we have? Australia and New Zealand, really the only thing that's left, and those are being shipped as we get GST payments. I've had a couple people ask some questions and reach out to us. It is slow. They are moving. We've had a lot of things fulfilled. Most of the bikes and quite a few of the touring packages and chargers have been sent. They're actually consolidating, so they don't send a bike and then a touring package and then a charger. They're kind of consolidating those all together and moving them together. Again, Australia, New Zealand, still slow. I mean, I think the whole world knows kind of what's taking place down there. I think they're starting to lift their lockdowns a little bit, but it still takes a while to get things out. But it is moving, and I don't know, maybe we'll have somebody join us from maybe Bondi. I forgot his last name. Bondi Pete, is that his name? Will join us and let us know if they're getting their stuff. So that is pretty much the update. And I guess without further ado, I'm going to scroll up here and we'll start taking on some of your questions. Let's see. Ranbir Rihal, and if I screwed up your name, my apologies. That's a heck of a picture, by the way. Requested the code to deregulate the Babymaker, but not received it to date. I think what you're talking about is the unlock code to lift the speed control so that you're not limited. That won't come from us. The best way to get that, and I encourage everybody, join the FLX Babymaker owners group and in Facebook. Very good community. I think in general, very, very helpful. And if you ask them, there's people who've posted it multiple times. If you go there, and I encourage you to go there anyway, because people post up pictures of their bikes and mods they've done and things they've learned. And, all of us together are a lot smarter than any single one of us. So I would suggest you join that group. But if you ask that question there, we're kind of limited. Again, we live in a very litigious society. And if we give that stuff out, then somebody says, well, I went too fast and I hurt myself. So we have to be careful about that. But the information is out there. I don't want to be unhelpful to you, but we also have to protect ourselves a little bit. But the information is out there. And I seriously encourage you to join the Babymaker Owners Group on Facebook. Let's see. Patrick Landry. Hello. According to the last update, address confirmation emails for SP2 were sent on, I haven't received anything, order 13389. Patrick, your name is familiar. I know I've seen your name before. I'll take a look at that. Alyssa, hopefully, no, she knows she is taking notes for us, and I will follow up on that one. But February 8th, that was the original, and you may have been on the follow-up, but let me go back and we'll take a look at that, and we will follow up. Usually Ryan or somebody in the rider support group will reach out to you on that. Patrick Landry says code is 1657. I don't know if that's an answer to Ranbir's question or not. I'm not going to say anything, but Ranbir, you might want to write that down. And I'm not going to confirm or deny. Actually, I don't know, to be quite honest. I'm the supply chain guy. I'm not a technical guy. Jambomus. Hey, could you kindly provide an update on Indiegogo contribution ID 13880 due to north of the UK? Yes, I can't do it right here, but we will write that down and we will reach out to you individually on that, and we'll give you an update on that one. Emerald Citizen. Hey, hi, Troy. Have to ask if there's any news regarding the touring packages for UK. So you guys got ahead of me a little bit, but yes, the touring packages are starting to ship. We did the first 5. It was a kind of a test, and shipped those out. We'll be checking back with Big Web Warehouse, making sure that that went smoothly for them. We're kind of doing those by hand right now. So it's a small number. Overall, there's about, I'm going to say just under 200 touring packages that we have to fulfill. So we don't want to fat finger that in on the keyboard. We want to bulk load those, but we did do a test of 5 to at least get us going. So as soon as we know that, then we'll start moving these through. We'll generate a label file, and that'll be a much quicker process. Okay, Jambomus Babymaker. Yes, we figured that's all we're selling in the UK. But yeah, we will follow up. We'll find out about your bike. Hi, Troy. Regarding Indiegogo order 13794. Okay. Again, we'll reach out to you individually on that. We'll get what I did last time we did this is Alyssa gave me a list. We kind of went through them, figured out where we're at, and then we responded individually to those. That's a interesting picture, I have to say. Let's see. I haven't received any mail regarding address confirmation nor VAT mail. Okay. Don't know. I will be taking a look at that. Okay. Mike Hepelette. Again, forgive me on the names. I'm having problems in getting information on the delivery of the second pair of forks. Mark told me that they were on the way. I've received and heard nothing, contacted customer support, still nothing. So Mike, if I remember correctly, this relates to, I think you had a fork issue, and I don't remember what it was. But we did put in the order that's going to come from China. We will follow up on that one. I'll find out where that's at. That you haven't heard anything is a little bit concerning, but we'll get you some information. We'll find out where that's at. I will talk to China tonight and find out what the status of that is. The places, I mean, the plant has been shut down again for pretty much the last 2 weeks because of Chinese New Year. They're back at it, so hopefully things will get moving. We will get you an answer on that. Rambo Buhan? Okay, Bujan just got in the chat. God bless FLX. I just want to know when the battery's going to ship in US. I'm in Texas, ordered an extra battery. So Rambo, the batteries are on C28, which is due to dock on the 20th, which is what, 4 days from now. They are going to be moved through. They'll be moved out of the port. They'll go to FedEx warehouse, and then they'll be brought to us, and then we're going to fulfill those individually from Morena. So you're probably, I'd say, probably a couple 3 weeks out on that, because we're going to have to kind of move those through. There's a lot of them to fulfill, but the good news is they're finally almost here. So that's the good news. Any updates on the Babymaker 2? Well, yes. So what I want to encourage you to do is mark the date, and I guess it's appropriate. It's the Babymaker 2. So mark the date 2/22/2022. I guess that's the big deal with Tuesday, right? That is the date that you're going to hear some news about the Babymaker 2. So that's all I can say right now, but mark your calendars. It's going to be I think you'd be very pleased with what's coming. Emerald Citizen, thanks, Troy. So the one thing I do want to clarify again, if you are in the UK and you ordered a touring package or a charger separate from your bicycle, you are going to get another VAT letter. Okay. So some folks, they put in an order on Indiegogo, they ordered the bike, they ordered a touring package, they ordered, charge, they ordered a battery. If you got your bike, you already paid VAT on all of that, and we're just going to ship out all the rest of it. Okay. If you put in 2 Indiegogo orders, one for a bike and one for a touring package, you paid VAT only on your bike, because we're doing VAT on an order by order basis. So if you got your bike, you paid VAT on it, but if your touring package is on a separate order, you're going to get another VAT letter. So that's kind of how it works. And that's also true. We had some people actually go to our website and put in orders also. You will get a VAT letter for those also. Patrick East, any update on my 2 touring packages, swap 33631? Oh, okay. I think that must be a ticket number from Zendesk. I don't recognize that. Okay, 99485 and order 911282. No response from support for weeks. Okay, that seems kind of strange. We will write those down. I'll find out. I guess these are touring packages. It looks like you did a swap on this. I don't know if you swapped bikes well, obviously you swapped bikes, but apparently the touring package must have changed. So we'll write that down, and we have the touring packages in stock, so we'll go ahead and get that out. My apologies for the slow response. It has been busy, and but no excuses. We'll get the numbers down, and we'll get you a response, and we'll get the labels cut, and we'll get those on their way. Emerald Citizen. Question relating backup parts. Are we here in the UK going to be able to get spares, batteries, chargers, and how would we go about buying them? So the answer is yes. We are going, we have more touring packages and more chargers going to warehouse than were actually originally ordered, because we wanted to give people who after the fact decided that they wanted a touring package or wanted a charger to be able to order those. So we are going to have those available. Some of them are very limited quantities based upon the type of bike. So, if you have let's see, a 19-inch standard silver, uh, that those are in very, very short supply. But like the Pro 23 or Pro Standard 23 black touring packages, we have those. If you didn't order them originally, you can buy that. The chargers also, and we actually are going to, and I don't know if it's on the website yet or not. We actually have the other parts available also. So the parts of the touring kit, if you only wanted to buy the rack, for example, or you wanted to buy the bottle holder, we're going to sell all of those individually. So if you decide that you want part of the touring package but not all of it, I just want the light kit, which is a really nice light kit, or I only want the phone holder, which I think we've talked about it before. CNC anodized aluminum phone holder that we have for these is really, really nice. It's just awesome. I have one on my trail also, and it's fantastic. Best phone holder I've seen. So yes, those will be available, fenders and the like. Batteries, we are going to be we're going to fulfill all of the people who got batteries, who ordered them on their initial order. Those we will fulfill. We're going to be, just because of battery shortage, we're not going to have very many left over, but we will be shipping some more over for fulfillment, so you guys can get batteries. But even those of you who got your bikes the earliest, you've had your bike for a year, you shouldn't be ready for a battery yet. You should have some more time. But again, I don't know how much you ride. As we say, your mileage may vary, but there will be additional batteries that will be stocked. It's going to be a little while. I will be honest on that. It's going to be a little while because of the battery shortage issue that we're dealing with. Okay, Rambo. Whoops. Thought I had it. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. We're here to answer questions. Oh, and you know what? I want to stop and say, I apologize for a moment. We're scheduled for an hour, and there weren't any questions coming in towards the end of the hour, and I cut it off a little bit early. And right when I cut it off, someone put a question in. If that was you, my apologies. It was just a timing thing, and we didn't mean to drop you. If you're here and you didn't get your question answered, my apologies. So we'll hang out and wait a little bit longer so we don't lose anybody. We don't want to cut anybody off. Aiden, it was great to see you last week, Troy. Did you cover touring packages for Switzerland? Yes. Yeah. Yes, we did talk about that. So this is absolutely a great story. And Aiden, I screwed up. We should have done a selfie when you were here. Aiden is from Switzerland. He was in town for a conference, and he took us up on our offer that if you're ever in town, come see us. He actually rented a bike. It wasn't an e-bike. I think he tried, but I don't think it was available. But he rented a bike, rode over and saw us. We had a great conversation. It was absolutely fantastic talking with a rider from another part of the world. We talked about the Babymaker. He saw the Babymaker 2 prototype, and we just had a great conversation. And that was fantastic. I should have taken a picture to hang up here, but it was fantastic to see you, and I'm really glad you visited. So, and that's true of any of the rest of you. If you're in San Diego, and by the way, the weather is fantastic, even though it rained last night, come see us. So the touring kits, yes, we just signed a contract with a carrier, and as soon as we are set up and able to, as soon as we have our account number and our logins and all the rest of that stuff, we're going to move the touring packages and the chargers that we have at our manufacturing partner in Spain over to them. We're going to give them an Excel sheet of all of the addresses, and those are going to start moving. So you're getting close, and I know it's still the rainy season there. Everyone wants their fenders, but hopefully, and like it'll be just like it was with the bicycles, you guys will say, hey, this was worth the wait. It's a great, the luggage rack is fantastic. It is so sleek and good looking. I think you're going to be very happy with the hardware collection. And Aiden, it was fantastic seeing you last week. Any news? Oh, Tiago Santos. Any news on SP15? Have not received the address confirmation email yet. Okay, Tiago, if you would, can you come back on here and drop your order number? I could look you up by name, but again, sometimes people different shipping names and versus their buying name. If you can drop your order number on here, we will look that up and we'll get to the bottom of that and get you an answer here in the next. Usually it takes me a day or two to get through all of them, but yes, please. Colin Myers, check marks. Well, thank you for that. I hope that's 2 check marks. I think hopefully that means I'm doing double good, or hopefully that's not 2 check marks out of 5. Hopefully you're happy with what we're doing here. So appreciate all the feedback, and he's coming in off Facebook. So if we've got folks on Facebook, you can get in here and comment also. Aiden, yes, I forgot to get a photo for my Strava. So he was tracking his ride through Strava, and he didn't get a picture either. I guess we were just so busy talking, and we had like I said, great conversation. It's so I encourage you, join the Babymaker owners group, and post pictures there. Post pictures on Facebook and Instagram, and tag FLX, because we love to see it. We repost a lot of that stuff. I know it sounds cliche, but it's really great. Here we're just like moving bikes, and it's just numbers and spreadsheets and all that type of thing. And yeah, we get out and ride, but it's a really nice piece of the feedback loop when people send a picture. I've mentioned it before, pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower, pictures in front of these amazing towers in Taipei, or in front of the Sydney Opera House, or all sorts of places. There's one lady in Belgium who has posted pictures, just the most beautiful country rides on these just gorgeous bike paths. And I mean, you see these and it's like you want to go there. You'd like, I'd like to go there and ride these places. It's just fantastic. It makes it, what we do is worthwhile, but it's just a little extra kicker for us to see this stuff. And Aiden says, nice route back via hills. Oh, good. So again, Aiden came in and saw us, and we were talking about how he was going to get back downtown where his hotel was, and we kind of talked about how he ought to go. And I actually live in the north part of San Diego, so I kind of come to work and go home. I don't like ride around here very much unless I just do my commute home. So we talked about the best way for him to get home, and I guess it worked out. So I sounds like he had a great experience. The only thing is, don't do what Aiden did. Aiden left too soon. He came in here on a Friday, and he was flying out on a Saturday, and he should have stuck around, I think, for another day or two, and could have done some more riding. I think he missed out on some warm weather riding, but hopefully the weather back there in Switzerland is, well, it's February. I don't know what else to say. Colin Myers says, great job. Okay, good. The 2 check marks meant that. I'm happy to hear that. Tiago, 13892. Okay, Alyssa will write that down, and we will go through it and see where your order is at, and we'll get back to you. Give us, like I said, today's Wednesday. We'll get back to you by end of day on Friday. Robert K, it seems as if the wait goes on. One of the upgrades was told by BMT would ship January, February status. So yes, well, the production for the BM2 is to start January, February, and it's a little delayed. Everything takes a little bit longer, but it is going. I think they already published, if you go to I I think it's on the Indiegogo updates. I think the black and white are the first ones going. I'm not sure what color you got, but they are working. It's coming. That's I think next time I'll have a better update for you on that. Okay. If you want to drop your order number, I can follow up on that and see where you're at. Okay. Aiden says next time. Well, good. That means there's going to be a next time. So that's fantastic. And like I said, we'll be here. And like I said, if you're in town, come see us, or come to town and then come see us. Let's see. Desmond Kelly. Hey, Troy, could you check on 12768 on my BM Pro? Haven't heard anything, possibly on SP15. Yes, we'll look that up and we'll get back to you on that one, and we'll let you know what's happening with that. Always the caveat with these VAT letters and address changes. And I don't do it either. I don't look at my spam folder or junk mail folder, for those of you who aren't fans of Monty Python. But I don't check those folders either. But check those folders because of the way they're kind of bulk mailed out. Some of them work better than others or worse than others, and we get a lot of our emails bounced into the spam folder, and people go back and look there. So save yourself a little bit of time here. Go look, and if you've already looked, my apologies, but we got your number. We'll take a look at it. We'll get you a response also, Desmond. Make Stockbrig. Hey, Troy, I found the VAT mail, but it's not too late to pay my VAT tomorrow. Okay. It's from January 18th. I'm sorry. Okay. Found your VAT email. It's from January 18th. Hope it's not too late to pay my, no, it's not too late to pay your VAT. Not at all. So if you pay it, when we first do these, when the VAT letters go out, what happens is we get a huge inflow of VAT payments. Suddenly we get 20 or 30 or however many VAT payments in one day, and then it kind of tapers off. And I think yesterday there was one, and it's from probably 2 months ago, something like that. So I don't know why. People have their reasons. Maybe they're traveling. Who knows? But yeah, if it's from January 18th, you're fine. Pay your VAT. We'll get your bike rolling to you. Tiago. Fantastic. Promise I publish photos of Portugal once I have my Babymaker. I would love to see that. I would truly love to see. I've not been to Portugal. Haven't been to Spain either. That part of, I haven't gotten anywhere west of the UK or on the continent west of Germany, actually. But I'd love to see that part of the continent. And yes, if you're making that kind of promise, we're going to have to find you a bike. Hope. Yeah. No, I got it. Well, you're good, Mink. Just if you pay your VAT, we'll get your bike rolling. If you got the VAT letter, it means the bike is there. Order is 912168. Okay, yeah, that's a swap order. Alyssa will write that down, and we'll do some follow-up, see where you're at in the queue. OR, just want to stop by here and say hello to you, Troy, and Babymaker members. Well, OR, thank you for that. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate the engagement. It's nice that people come on here and they ask questions. And I mean, most people want to know where their bike is, of course. But once you get your bike, and you're more than welcome to come back here and share with us. Like I said, we have an hour here, so we can talk about whatever. Well, not whatever, but hopefully something related to FLX e-bikes. But yeah, keep coming back. We used to have tons and tons of people. We fulfilled most of them, so now it's just the last folks waiting. But if you want to come on here and you have your bike and tell us how fantastic it is, more than welcome to join us. Tony Fernandez Lopez Moniz. Hello, Troy from Spain. I'm backer 12/8/31. I have received my Babymaker in late January. Could you tell me when I can expect to receive the add-ons I ordered? Okay, yeah. So those are we talked about that kind of at the top of the hour when I did my update. We signed a contract today with the carrier, so the touring packages and the chargers are in a warehouse that belongs to our contract manufacturer. As soon as we have our account set up, we're going to move all those over to our new carrier or our 3PL and give them all the label information, and that stuff should start rolling. So I don't know how quickly that's going to kind of spool up. Hopefully rather quickly, but the stuff is there. We finally got a carrier. It's been a protracted process. It really has. It's not really satisfying for us that it's taken this long, but we're finally to the kind of the end of that process of getting it set up, and now we can actually do the actual heavy lifting of getting these parts coming. So they're coming. The batteries are still coming. They are not in Europe yet. They're going to be on their way. They didn't get out of China prior to the Chinese New Year, so they're individually boxing all those up and putting the charge umbilical that you need to be able to charge that. Because once you get that battery, you can't just put it on a shelf and let it sit for a year or maybe 2 years. When you actually you want to change your battery out, that thing will die if you just leave it. If you leave it on a shelf and don't charge it on a regular basis. So once you get it, you are going to have to charge it from time to time to make sure that it doesn't lose its capacity. Aiden, when things slow down, if that happens, you should come and do a promo tour around Europe, including Switzerland. I would love that. If you go to our old YouTube videos, and when they were working, I think it was the prototypes for the original Babymaker, Pete did a whole series of videos where he rode all over Europe. And you look at this, and I mean, Europe is just a whole lot more bike friendly than the United States is. I mean, there's municipalities. San Diego's very, very, in my opinion, very bike friendly, but Europe, just because of things are closer together, and I think the roads are a little bit better in most cases. Yeah, it would be fantastic. I would love to do that. So you took me up on my invite. I will do my best to take you up on yours. I've told my girlfriend before I would love to go take some bicycles, and a backpack, ride the train, go to a destination, get out, ride around, different parts of Europe. My most recent trip was to Italy, and I would love to cruise around Lake Como and then get to Switzerland. My love is actually from Slovakia, so we do try and get out. I'd like to go bicycle around Austria. That'd be fantastic. So hopefully we'll put that on the bucket list, and let's just hope we get to that part of the bucket. Okay, Emerald Citizen. When I get my touring kit and can ride in Scotland's brutal wet weather, I will get some photos up. Even if the sun isn't shining, there are still some great places to get pictures. Yeah, oh, of course. I mean, it's right. I mean, everything's so darn green there. It's unbelievable. I've done a fair amount of research on Scotland, mainly because I keep buying different whiskeys from Scotland, and I have to go look at where the distillery is. I think I told you guys before, Lefroy was one of the ones I got, I think, for Christmas, and they give you 1 square foot of Scotland when you register. So I actually am an owner, Emerald Citizen. I am actually an owner of property in Scotland. What do you think of that? So I haven't visited it yet, but maybe that'll be on my list also of things to do. Or also, I just wanted to throw this in here for all the people who are waiting. Trust me, your BM will come. I know how that feeling. Yeah. I know we've told the story before, but the day that the Indiegogo campaign was launched for the Babymaker in the US or worldwide was the day in the US where they told us, oh, COVID, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. It didn't quite work out that way. And, you know, it's thrown us a lot of curves. It really has. But, you know, the saying goes, you know, tough times don't last, tough people do. Understand the frustration. Totally. I get it. You put out money and you've been waiting. I totally get the frustration. It's frustrating on this end too, because I I know how much you know everyone wants their bikes. I'm a huge. I mean, I go way back on cycling, and of course, you know when you order a new toy, you want to play with the toy, and it, I understand the frustration. I really, really do. And honestly, you know, Rob and myself and the whole team, thank you for all your patience. It's been kind of a rough road, honestly. If you look at some of the things, and I don't know if everybody knows, you know, it's not just the COVID stuff, the logistics stuff that's gone with it. Um, you know, non-availability of containers, not available, you know, not being able to get containers onto ships. In the U.S., we didn't have any trailers to put containers on when they got here. I mean, it has been one challenge after another, and it's taken longer than we wanted it to, but we've navigated all of them. And we're getting through them. You just put your head down and you keep moving, as you know. And they say in the military, get off the X. You know, we're not just sitting and waiting for things to get better. We're moving all the time. So, really do appreciate your patience. I get it. I really do. It's frustrating for me. I mean, we should be long since done with shipping these bikes, and it's still, you know, in some cases dragging on. It's not a whole lot of fun. You know, for you in Europe, you know, we went through the whole thing. If you remember, a year ago was the Spanish customs thing, and trying to get parts out of Spanish customs. We had multiple containers sitting in Spanish customs for 3.5 months, if I remember correctly. It was insane. You just but what do? You get up every day and you do your best and you work to resolve the situation. The alternative is you do nothing and nothing ever gets any better. So sorry for the long-winded explanation. I'm a father and grandfather, so I tell long stories. Aiden says, yeah, lots of bike lanes in San Diego, but state of roads is shocking. Yes, I agree. I truly agree. The roads in California are not good. They really are not. It is a frustration. So you have to pick wisely where you're going to ride. The bike paths are actually pretty good, but the roads, depending on where you're at, some cases they're really good. But again, I know Aiden, where you were riding towards the downtown, and it was yeah, that's you're a brave man. I mean, to come to a foreign country, rent a bike, and go navigating through. You know, this is not countryside. This is a major metropolitan area. To do that, you're a brave guy. You're certainly a citizen of the world there. Larry John to sound. Why is my message are being skipped? I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I did skip over you. You were after Tony. Was that? Oh, okay. Let me jump. Okay. I didn't get an email about a Babymaker 2. I'm doing swap order 97246. Okay. My apologies, Larry. I did not mean to skip you. That was inadvertent. We will write that down and I will follow up and find out what's going on. If you did a swap, 97246, yeah, that's in a number range that should have been fulfilled. So I will we'll do follow up. We'll find out where your bike is at and where your swap is at. Again, my apology. I did not. That was inadvertent that I skipped that. Okay. Let's continue down. Oh, and yours was the last one. Okay. So again, my apologies. Didn't mean to skip your message. And that is all the messages we have. So I think my engineer put a little crawl on here before 2022. Look for an announcement. I think you're going to be pleased. Of course, lots of twos, and that kind of goes with the Babymaker too. So there's more information coming on that one. Take a drink, see if anybody else has any other questions. And while I'm doing that, let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anybody else's. Sometimes when you're going from camera over to the list, you might lose your spot a little bit. Desmond, I think I've hit all those. Yes. I think we've got them all. I think we have them all. So we scheduled for an hour. It looks like I've kind of run through all the questions and answered everything. If that's all there is, I think we're going to close it out a little bit early. Keep your eyes peeled for the 222 announcement. And if you have any questions, always follow up with our rider support group. You can open a ticket there. You don't have to in this case. We'll go through these and we will do an outreach to all of these. So again, give us kind of end of day on Friday, San Diego time. We'll go through these. We'll get you answers, and somebody from rider support will be reaching out to you with answers. Okay. All right, guys, I think we are going to wind it up here. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your joining us here, and we'll be back. We'll do this all again in 2 weeks. But again, remember, between now and then, 222 and Babymaker 2. All right, everyone, be well. Stay safe. Wear a helmet. We love riding bikes, and the last thing you want to do is get hurt doing something you love. So be careful out there, okay, and have fun. All right, take care, folks. Bye-bye.